What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube does notify people when we upload, so just make sure you hit that bell. Anyway guys, today we got a dope episode for you. It's all about how you can use your grow tent as a drying room, because a lot of people may know, but some people may not know, and that's an awesome hack to help you get that quality fire, because we all know drying and curing is super important, and that shit can make or break your harvest. Naturally, grow tents are handy and wonderful pieces of equipment for growing flower, but it can also be used to help you properly dry those valuable flowers. So let's get into it. Smash the like and hit the bell. Yes guys, now many of the traits that make grow tents great for growing plants also make them great for drying flowers. Not only do grow tents alleviate the need to build a dedicated drying space, but they also offer secure and easy to control environments for drying. Over the past decade, grow tents have become integral pieces of equipment. Beyond being convenient to use, they also eliminate the need to damage your home when setting up an indoor garden. Still, you need to make a few minor changes to your setup to get the best results from drying in a tent. By taking these steps and carefully monitoring your harvest, you can use the grow tents to grow and process craft quality flower. Now you may be wondering, why do grow tents make great drying rooms? Well, because grow tents were designed specifically for accurate control over temperature and humidity, they allow for precision moisture removal from flowers. A lot of grow tents are made up of thick waterproof canvas that creates an extremely controlled environment within. These types of grow tents are held up by thick steel frames that can support the weight of most cultivation and drying equipment. Light control is a big one. To keep the gardens private, all grow tents are manufactured to be light proof. They also keep light from penetrating into the tent and degrading those terpenes and cannabinoids when drying. It's also super convenient, guys. Since your tent is most likely already set up, you can use a lot of that space for your drying. Depending on your environment, your exhaust system and carbon filter can come in handy for controlling temperature and humidity. You just don't want things to dry out too fast, so just keep that in check. Now, environmental controls is also a big one. In both commercial operations and home grows, moisture removal in drying flowers is a precise process. Grow tents give you the ability to dry flower at the perfect rate to allow for proper enzymatic activity to occur within the flowers, while also avoiding potential mold outbreaks, because mold and bud rot are really risky things that can happen in the flower stage, especially in the dry stage. Now, all that said, when harvesting and transitioning your grow tent for drying, there are a few things that you may want to do to transition your grow tent into a drying room. Now, first off, guys, hang and harvest the whole plants. Depending on where you are, you may want to harvest them in parts. It all depends on your environment, your humidity, and your temps. But no matter where you're growing, you'll have to harvest your plant. You'll have to chop it down and you'll have to hang it up. If you hang it up in pieces or if you hang it up whole, it depends on your environment. Now, next up, some people like to add shelving to the grow tent. Just hang wires from one side to the other, and that allows you to hang a lot of different branches and a lot of different hangers in there, because using hangers, clothes hangers, just like this one, comes in super handy just for hanging your stuff up. Now, depending on how your tent is set up, how your carbon filters and inline fans are set up, you may have to get inventive with how you run your hangings. Now, pro tip, guys, when you're hanging your plants in there, you don't want them to be too close together. You don't want them to be touching while drying. That can cause issues, so you want to make sure that there's a little bit of space between them, spaced out nicely. Just keep that in mind. A proper airflow creates a balanced environment for consistent moisture removal. With that said, you don't want them to be too far apart, because as the flowers dry, they will quickly shrink and create even more space for air to move between the branches. So again, something to think about. Now, you gotta balance the environment. Once you have all that fresh plant material hanging in the tent, you need to balance the environment for proper drying. Because there's no grow light putting off the heat, the environment in your tent will be much different when drying flowers than when cultivating the plants. That said, like I mentioned earlier, some people have to recalibrate their exhaust system for drying instead of growing. You don't want it to get too dry in there at all. Sometimes I just take everything off. Flowers dry best in temperatures of 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit with relative humidity levels of around 50%. Now, give or take, this can change depending on your environment, but please note, guys, if flowers dry too quickly, they become overly brittle, they have a harsh chlorophyll taste, they just taste and smell like hay. Conversely, drying flowers too slow leaves them susceptible to mold outbreaks, pathogens, bud rot. In wet climates like the Pacific Northwest or where I was at in the Caribbean, you might also need a dehumidifier in your grow tent to expedite the drying process, because things are super humid out there. So again, it all comes down to to your environment. But all that said, guys, number 5, you gotta monitor your harvest. And now we've come full circle because you gotta monitor your because they have large doors and small interior spaces. Grow tents make it extremely easy to monitor the progress of drying your flowers. You can keep an eye on your harvest by simply unzipping the tent of your door and checking the progress of the different flowers in there. If you want to take the guesswork out of drying, you can use a moisture meter to check the moisture content of the drying flowers in different regions of the tent. These little handy pieces of equipment can be copped online for about $75. You can save some serious heartache and headache with moldy or harsh flowers. Most people agree that moisture levels of 10 to 15% are ideal for trimming and curing flowers, but it's really down to personal preference. Now, all that said, guys, by drying in your grow tent, recalibrating your environmental controls, you can create the perfect drying environment without building a dedicated drying space. Even better, grow tents can be placed wherever it's most convenient in your home, including closets, basements, garages, bedrooms, anywhere, so they're really convenient. All things considered, removing moisture from flowers is a precise process. Because grow tents are specifically designed to create carefully controlled environments, they offer the perfect solution for drying flowers at home. As you can come to learn more about drying in tents, you can tweak your methods to create uniform moisture content across the board, and in turn you'll produce some high quality flowers with carefully curated and preserved terpene profiles.
This video is brought to you by Mars Hydro, where they have a variety of grow lights and grow tents for growers of all experience levels. Whether you're a small home grower or setting up a slightly bigger commercial operation, they have the tents and lights for you. They have tents for every space and need, including the new 2-in-1 tents. And they also have a wide variety of lights to choose from, including full spectrum LED and the new detachable FCE series. Links to all of the products that we use on this channel, including the Mars Hydro grow lights, are in the description below. Be sure to use the links below to support the iCanTHC channel. You can also save a few bucks on the Mars Hydro website by using the code iCanTHC at checkout for store-wide savings. Don't forget to use the code and save yourself a few bucks. Now, back to the video.
So smash the friggin' like for that, and don't forget to hit the bell. But wait, check out this video right here and this video right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.